From the moment you wake up to the time you go to sleep, your brain is actively engaging your neurons to generate your conscious experience. Your conscious experience can be defined by the world around you and the world within yourself. By using your perception, your brain translates the information it receives to define its reality. And while this may seem like a difficult concept to grasp, scientists, neurologists, psychotherapists, and other similar experts have theorized ways to explain how we generate our own consciousness. One of these theories implies that the brain hallucinates its conscious reality. But how is that even possible? And what are the proofs experts can give? Well, if you want to uncover this mystery, keep watching. In this video, we're about to break down everything you need to know about the theory of your brain hallucinating its conscious reality. But before we get started, can you do us a favor and like this video? Ring the bell for future notifications and make sure you subscribe to Brain Health Smarts for more videos. Plus, stick around to find out how you can get a free gift. And now, let's explore the theory of the brain hallucinating reality by first exploring where this theory came from. Anil Seth is a British professor of cognitive and computational neuroscience at the University of Sussex. In a TED Talk published in 2017, he recalls a recent experience where he ceased to exist. Quote, "Just over a year ago, for the third time in my life, I ceased to exist. I was having a small operation and my brain was filling with anesthetic. I remember a sense of detachment and falling apart and a coldness. And then I was back, drowsy and disoriented, but definitely there." End quote. Seth points out that when you sleep, the brain always has a basic sense of the length of time that has passed. However, anesthesia works differently. You could be unconscious for 5 minutes, 5 hours, or 55 years. This experience was the prerequisite for his interest in understanding how consciousness works, or more accurately, how we control it. Through his work, which includes research, trials, accredited papers, books, and more, Seth explored many facets of the consciousness and came to the supported conclusion that the brain can be hallucinating its own reality. But to understand how that is possible, we need to strip down. How does consciousness happen? Consciousness defines our sense of the world and our sense of self, and without it, there is nothing. For example, Anil Seth points out that physical and mental pain are part of consciousness. Your consciousness has to do with the fact that you are a living organism. In the world, there are you and other humans, animals, and nature. As such, any living organism has the ability for consciousness, even if it is at a different level. Humans are able to experience 2 types of consciousness. You experience the world around you through multi-sensory experiences. You also experience yourself through the perception of your body and thoughts. It's like the world is a movie and you're the main character. If we take a more scientific approach, the brain combines electrical signals with the information we observed over the years to create perception. The brain cannot see or feel the world directly. Instead, it receives impulses from the eyes and overall body and interprets it with what it already knows to generate perception. For example, if you want to walk down a dark and quiet street, your brain will receive signals about the lack of light, noise, and movement to perceive the situation and then draw from past experiences to determine if this exact moment should be felt as safe or potentially dangerous. Someone in the same situation will use their own past experience and interpret the impulses differently, which will give them a different reality. In short, the brain uses prediction to control perception. Anil Seth's research done in 2021 observed this exact fact and demonstrated that humans use their physical and biological mechanisms to control their consciousness. He concludes that we don't passively absorb the world, rather than we actively predict it. So how does that relate to hallucination? Well, before you find out, are you ready for a free gift? Discover the foods that increase the risk of mental health disorders and the ones that boost memory, enhance mental focus, and ease depression by downloading your free copy of Brain Food Secrets, the 15 worst and best foods for your brain. Claim your free gift by clicking the link in the description below. And now let's explore the brain's hallucination of reality. We've seen that we control our consciousness by letting our brain interpret what we are experiencing, using impulses and past experiences to create perception. Hallucination can be defined as uncontrolled perception. As such, Anil Seth notes that perception can be seen as a kind of controlled hallucination. When we agree with our hallucination, we call it reality. There are things outside and within ourselves that are always there. However, our perception makes it that the consciousness primarily experiences what is relevant to its survival. Anil Seth notes, quote, "All of our experiences depend on the same mechanism of predictive perception, which is meant to keep us alive," end quote. But what happens when this mechanism of perception becomes dysfunctional? Well, hallucination becomes uncontrolled. In an experiment, Anil Seth and his team simulated the effects of strong perceptual predictions into a virtual reality experiment. They observed that the stronger the perceptual predictions became, the more hallucinations were created by the virtual brain. In this case, seeing dogs appear in all sorts of ways within a food market. The research pointed out that perceptual prediction can grow strong and uncontrolled as a result of drugs and psychedelics or an alteration in the brain's impulses. Separate research points out that many factors can alter the brain's impulses and influence diagnosis, such as anxiety, depression, or schizophrenia. Overall, your way of being conscious and interpreting the world is not the only way, but one out of many possible ways. And now we want to hear from you. Do you agree or disagree when it comes to perception, consciousness, and hallucinating your own reality? Share your thoughts with the Brain Health Smarts community in the comments below. And before you go, remember to like this video, subscribe, and hit the alert bell to stay up to date with us. Plus, don't forget to download your free gift by clicking the link in the description below. Thanks for watching. We hope you have a brain-boosting day.